Oh my gosh. This so does he does not sound like a safe individual. That's good, everybody. Let me know if my thing is too loud, but yeah, uh, we completed it, y'all. We did the dang thing. That's a clip. Yeah, we did it. Um, not really much to do. I tried. I really tried, man. I tried, y'all. I tried to get this. Dang, dang, relax. But yeah, I tried to. I tried, man. I tried my best to get this golden lie, and I knew at the very end I just didn't get it, but I told the truth. I was like, it's kind of a kind of a crazy conundrum, but nope. And that was on accident. But yeah, the weird part about this series is that they say that lying is a part of human nature, but it's that praxis of believing that humans the reason why they're human is because they just purposefully lie. And that's not really true. So I had to, it's unfortunate because I should have just followed the in-game rules, the rules of the lamb. Instead, I kept hitting against my own morality. And I think that's why I was like, I told Geppetto, like, you're not really a good dad. Could I have lied and gotten this weapon? Probably. But I was like, based on the stuff I personally had to deal with, and maybe for entertainment in the chat, I was like, nah, no, this is trash. He's just as trash as Ali Duro. He's sending his son to do missions to risk his life. Dang, like that's not a good pops. He's like, hey son, it's one thing. Like, I guess I just couldn't suspend my disbelief enough. He was sitting here, son, just go risk your life out here. And I could even, because I'm like, I'm not sure if, I guess apparently Pinocchio was not really, he was not human, when he sent them to do all this stuff. Because Pinocchio was not human, and yet he was not bound by the Grand Covenant like other puppets were, he had the option to obey his programming and therefore just obey. Which, if you think about it from real relationships, some abusive parents think, I guess I can't say abusive, maybe that's going too far, but some people do believe that if you don't obey them, that you're not being a good uh, uh, you're not being a good offspring. What's the general term for a child? I guess a good child, or a good boy or a good girl. If you don't follow these expectations that your parents set out for you, then you're not being quote unquote good. And I don't want to step on this idea that you can't be good, but at the same time, that good is not subjective. But even more so, good is not simply following someone else. The assumption is that parents are inherently good, and I think that's a good association, a good assumption to have that parents are going to will you the best things in life. But sometimes they only know as much as they know, and sometimes that's not always enough. Sometimes it's not, and even more so, they may harm you whether or not they know it, whether or not they even have consideration for your well-being. So that's why when I hear be a good boy, to a degree, I empathize with the idea because I wanted to be a good son. But at the same time, what's good for me, would that just mean being a obedient son? What, or does that mean I eventually develop my own sense of morality? Does that mean be what society tells me I should be? I'm not sure. But in this story, being a good boy just means you're obedient. And ironically, in this world, puppets and obedient children are very similar. So ultimately, in this series, it's not very congruent with what we consider to be good. But then again, what is good to a child? The approval of their parents. Perhaps similarly in this story, it definitely redefines humanity, but it redefines what is a human called good. What really is good? What's good? What's really good? But yeah, what's really good? You know? Therefore, just obey. Follow the expectations that your parents set out for you when you're not being quote unquote good. And I don't want to